Hello everybody. Is my mic actually coming through? Oh, it's coming through hot. It's a hat mic. I'm AytuC. I'm just now getting consistent with streaming again. And I'm on YouTube, so nobody I think is here. I don't really know. I'm not looking at any numbers tonight. I'm just looking at the chat. Anyone wants to talk at any point, coming in. I'll keep saying this because obviously you can't just rewatch this, I don't think. I don't really know how YouTube Live works right now. But we're going to draw a little bit tonight and finish up this drawing. If you haven't seen me get to this point, I have a full live stream on the YouTube channel, but also I have a time lapse. So you can watch it in a minute and a half and see me get to this point. Although you could literally see it right now, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose, if you don't want to see the process. I'm just going to get into it. Last time I was on here, I kind of forgot I was live streaming. I just kind of kept drawing. So, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome in the future. Welcome. So I was thinking about doing the spectrum of color through here. I still kind of like that idea. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. See, I don't know if my mic, I'm actually gonna check this again. Kitty, oh, Mr. K. We're gonna turn on the music just a little bit more because that's still pretty loud. So I was thinking about doing. How's this? How's this? Get the loop. You get the loop. How's this? Check 1 2. We're just gonna go with it. Y'all let me know if the music's too loud. Just let me know. We'll figure it out. As of right now, I'm gonna be working on this. Probably completely forget I'm live streaming for like a couple minutes and be like, oh, right, I'm live streaming. Totally right, of course. So I was thinking about doing the same color spectrum. On camera to look at. Same color spectrum, but like going in opposite of how I did this, which is totally not the right rainbow colors. I did not do the rainbow colors right. Rainbow colors are wrong. Roy G. Biv. Stay in school, kids. Help me to run. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. My music's so loud. See, this doesn't look like purple to me. I know I don't have autofocus on right now, so it doesn't just keep messing up. I could try autofocus. Let's try autofocus. Let's give it an autofocus. Oh, I got it. Focus. Focus. Do it. I dare you. I dare you, camera. Okay, we're not going to do autofocus. We're just going to show it real up close. Directions are fun. That's supposed to be purple. And I can't see it like super well. But it doesn't look like purple to me. Does not look like purple. Looks like, I mean, it kind of does on the camera. It looks like more purple on the camera than it does actually. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. I'm missing a blue. Oh, there's a blue. There's my blue. I'll make my mess up here this time so you guys can see my totally stress-inducing mess that I make. Help me to run. I should black out these lines first. That's what I should do. Black as the lines. I don't have an actual black anymore. My other black turned into like a stub. By the end of the other video, it was like that big, and it was so hard. I'm sure there's gotta be another black in here. My trusty colored pencil bag that actually wasn't mine. I can't remember where I got it. I did not steal it. I don't think I stole it. But if I did, whoever stole it from, you can totally have it back. Without a fight. Without a definite fight. I definitely won't fight for these colored pencils right now. Ooh. I don't know if this is actually black or this is just a pencil. There's no labeling on it. Where is there? No, there's no labeling. I'm sure all of you professional drawers, professional people who draw, you're watching me sharpen my pencils, and you're probably freaking out. This is not the sharpener. This is like what you would use for eyeliner. wet and wild. We're wet and wild tonight. Wet and wild color pencils. I don't think this is actually black. I don't think this is black. I feel like I'm wasting my time right now. At least this is the pencil. Did I waste my time? I can't tell. I think that's just a pencil. I think it's just a pencil. Oh no, another one. I'm not gonna do it. There's a black. A different branded black probably, but we'll just have to see, I suppose. Oh yeah, colored pencils just like sharp and different. They just feel different. I just realized how long this is going to take tonight, because I am finishing this tonight. I don't want this, burden. Burden. Is this a burden? This, responsibility to finish this in the future. I just want to get it done. And I can't draw in a straight line. Going along, driving my 15.
I see no line on my way.
Nothing to say.
Yes, I'm feeling guilty. Was on my high bar. I'm losing ground.
No.
I'm setting up my own shame. Bring me back my old flame, or I'll be long gone.
Love me world. I don't know if the music's actually synced up with what I'm saying right now. I could just sound crazy. I've been running ahead, no one could have stayed. Turning her speed, nothing would change me.
Facing old fears, am I gonna stay here? Losing more sleep, surely
Gonna die work. Bum, 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 bum.
no one could have chased me. Going high speed, didn't feel the
Fame would change me.
what a lifetime, nothing lasts forever. All is gone now, should have seen it coming my way.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Remember more, remember more. Come along.
I see how much they miss me. Writing lines
Every day, nothing to say.
Yes, I'm feeling guilty. I'm being so far. Was really lonesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting up my own shame. Bring me back my old flame, or I'll be so gone.
Love me well.
Even tried the voodoo.
I was up ahead, no one could have chased me. Going high speed,
Nothing would change me.
facing old fears, am I gonna stay here? Losing more sleep, surely gonna
Stop before I wait.
I was up ahead, no one could have chased me.
Ooh.
Going high speed,
Literally can't draw straight right now.
would change me. What a lifetime, nothing lasts forever. All is gone now, should have seen it coming my way.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, that's terrible. Anyone watching, you should drop in the comments what you like to draw. If you're drawing while watching me draw in the future or now, let me know. What are you drawing? Love me well. Oh, ba 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 ba. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Riding on my feathers, I can lead you through the baddest rain. I follow.
Literally. Stop paying attention for like 2 seconds. I just can't do it. It's not gonna erase either. Oh, beautiful. If anyone wants this drawing, it's super full of mistakes, so you know it's original. Other way, I'll take you to the sun. Other way, take you to the sun. Other way, take you to the sun.
Crazy all night.
Riding on your feathers, I can see us through the starry night or shadows. High above the floor, like two demons trying to find a brighter soul. I'll take you to the sun, on the way. The sun, on the way. I'll take you to the sun, on the way. The sun, on the way. I'll take you to the sun. Riding on my feathers, lying on the floor. Riding on my feathers, lying on the floor. On the way, the sun. I'll take you to the sun. On the way, the sun.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but traced. So traced right now. I do need to finish up this part before I start on that. You know well what I've been through, living there without a view, asking why we missed our chance, and now I'm looking for something to get by, high and dry, everywhere in myself. Now I'm looking for
High and dry, everywhere. I'm looking for how can I even know?
what lies ahead if I don't go.
I see a chance I take it slow. And I know I just can't leave these things behind. Trying to feel satisfied in my world. I am looking for
Satisfied, looking for. Okay, now we're gonna add some color. First, I'm taking a drink. So now I'm drinking tequila. If you're a kid and watching in the future, we'll take a drink together, but you're drinking apple juice or water. Please don't be drinking. To long weeks. Woo. All right, back to color. Working in Paris. You want some room to lay down, buddy? Is that what you're looking for? That's what he's looking for. It's like, sir, my bed is not on this table. Excuse me. Here. There you go. Is that good enough for you, sir? I don't have your actual bed here. I don't know where it is. Sit down. Is it Sylvester? Okay. La, la, it's so cold. It's so cold. It's so cold. Everybody inside. It's so cold. It's so cold. I already did this backwards from what I was thinking. Whatever. Gonna write this evening. What if I just fix what I've done and there's only 2 squares where I messed up? So what I want to do is go purple, dark blue, blue. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Is that your new spot right there, buddy? Is that just where you... Oh, was that cup yours? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't know where your bed is, buddy. Working in Paris. Something about to change. We will be done something. We should be young right now. Be young right now. We should be young right now.
Has anybody ever shared the news? Without a care, with nothing to prove. Not to worry about a thing. Not to worry about a thing. And it's gonna be alright. I got the feeling that
Something's about to change. We will be done something. So we should be young right now. Should be young right now. Be young right now. About what you did. Think about what you did. Think about what you live.
all the things that you give.
Think about when you live. Think about when you live.
Think about how you live. All the things that you give. Think about how we live together.
Think about when you live.
Just think about this, remember. We would be more than fun. Think about
Think about when you live.
think about what you give. Think about how we live together.
I'm not doing this right at all. I had a plan in my head and I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, not a clue. I'm sitting here just zoning out so hard. I want that to be orange. You know, can this erase, you know, are you a magic eraser? Oh my god. It's kind of coming up. Oh, can I fix this? Can I? Can I, please? Can I, please? Can I for real? Is this real? I don't have a lot of experience erasing color pencils, so I guess I didn't know if that would work. But now it's... I don't... It'll all work out. This first row, totally messed up. But that's okay. Got trust in that process. That artistic process. Whatever that means, you know? You know? So back to yellow. And then we're at blue. At this point, I really don't know what I'm doing. That's why the titles literally help me draw something. Help. Help. Please. We're running to the specific blue. This is not a great. Oh, go back. Yeah, come on. Gotta be gentle. 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 Legend has it when the rain beams down. With the lead. If anyone lives in the Midwest right now, it is just so hot. I have no AC. America hurts. I mean, for more reasons than just heat, but you know, it hurts. I probably shouldn't complain. I don't live in a desert. As far as you know. Danger. Oh yeah, in my head. See, this is the easy part. The hard part is gonna be figuring out how is that gonna just work, you know? It'll work, obviously. Like it's gonna something's gonna happen, but what's gonna happen? I want to look at this camera. This camera is much easier to just like look up at instead of like turn around. Hi. I gotta figure out an easier way to do this. It's not really an easier way because my camera is that way as well as my computer. So man, I move my computer in my living room so much. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I'm doing this right. Like, consistently, I have to move my room around like at least every 3 months. Like that's like being generous to the fact that I probably move it around a lot more. Like I feel like I need to move my stuff around a lot. A lot. Tangerine. Oh yeah, in my head. So now we start with this color, which is just actual blue, azul. I like the way that this blue actually goes on paper. Like it's thick, you know. You can get it like a pencil, and you're just like that's just a nice pencil. I mean, it doesn't sharpen nice, but that's probably because of me. It's user error, not the pencil error, you know. It's me just being aggressive with pencils.
Well, we just can't miss. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
See, not.
To some real solid groove. Rhythm and a great
This is not what I'm trying to do. You know, I need to like plan what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of going for it. This is not the way. See, there's like... Okay, so you got this perspective going on. You also have this perspective going on. You also have this perspective going on. So you kind of have 3 perspectives going on right now. You got 1, 2, 3. So no matter what, the colors are going to clash at some point. Somewhere. Most likely. So how do I mitigate that? So if you can't tell by just my art that I'm already doing, I'm not a 3-dimensional artist. I like sound. I know sound. This, to make stuff look 3-dimensional, I don't get it. You're watching me understand how to, though, without any direction. Like, should I... I guess I should have shifted everything the other way, you know, like kind of how this was. Like started with I guess it wouldn't matter. I don't know how to do this actually. Probably would have worked if I started off the right way. I started with purple first. I guess there's not really a right way. Oh! This is janky as hell. So I started with blue and then purple, and of course it's gonna clash right away because I didn't do it right. So we're just gonna look past that little tiny. Actually, no, I can't. We're gonna just pretend. You guys are watching my descent into madness because I'm trying. Like I think I have a plan, but I don't actually. Like I'm telling myself I have a plan, but my plan is to just like make it look good, you know. Like organically, just make it look good. Because what I want is like a crosshatch pattern going on, bro. We'll see how that works though. Yeah, we'll see how this works. I thought I messed up again. Dear Lord. Swear I have a plan. It's just like I don't know it yet, you know? Like I know what I'm doing, but like I don't know what I'm doing until it's already happened. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I was feeling. With me planning this stream, actually, I don't know if it's putting me on a time limit. No, it's not. Okay. I thought it was. It showed like maximum an hour for a second. When I first started, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna get this done in an hour. Mr. Krabs. I need more time, man. I can't just pump out Krabby Patties like that. Krabby Patties don't grow on trees, but they do grow in the sea. Anyone watching this, have you guys seen that theory that Krabby Patties are just made of crab meat, and that's why there's no other crabs in Bikini Bottom? SpongeBob. So Mr. Krabs is kind of a he's not a cannibal, I guess. He's more of just like a... Because I don't know if he eats the Krabby Patties. I don't think he likes Krabby Patties. for good reason if they're made of crab. He's like, I'm not a cannibal. I just, you know, use my own kind for my food business, which is equally messed up. Totally, it's not any less messed up. It's definitely a different kind of messed up, though. You know, very much different. Yes, Mr. Katie. Yes. Midnight. Oh, how midnight. I don't think this is actually gonna work. Just because there's so much clusterness. Actually, no, I guess that would be... Like, this one, in this perspective, would also be this. Because it's, like, folding over. So this and this would be... Like, these would all three be the same color, right? Right? Like, if that one square was that color, this is the color. If you can see what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go with that. Because... I didn't mess up. I knew what I was doing the entire time. Teabag. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah. That totally feels right. Which means I messed up right there. Okay, I did mess up. Alright. You happy? That would be that. That would have been just the blue right there. I guess no, that would be blue too. I'm so confused right now. So confused. It's gonna be something, you know. I'm doing stuff. Things are happening. And when it's all over, then it's gonna be done, you know. Ba-da-na-bum-bum. Boom-boom. See, I feel like I'm getting into some weird philosophy that I don't know that I'm talking about right now, of artists who talk about making three-dimensional planes on a two-dimensional plane. It's like, what actually exists inside of each space? I'm sure there would be a bunch of different answers, honestly. So me trying to figure it out for the first time ever, probably. I mean, I'm sure I've tried to do this before, but me actually talking out loud to moderately myself right now, figuring it out, it's a whole different ballgame, you know. All the voices in my head, you know, we're just figuring this philosophical two-dimensional, three-dimensional thing, this problem out. Man, live on stream. Pretty much what streaming is, right? Just watching someone else fall into madness with a camera on them, and then everyone else is like observing, like, whoa, that's happening. That's just me messing up. That's not a separate square. So we're gonna pretend like it's not a bad line. That's still pencil. Where that black at? There that black at. Cool. So is this in the next spoop? It feels like it's in the next spoop. Cause boop, yeah, I think because it's diagonal to it, but that's also diagonal to that. I don't know. Maybe that one wasn't in the other one either. Oh no. Yeah, no, never mind. Oh! I don't know anymore what's real. Oh! This is in this line. Ready, set, go.
Baby, can you move around the rhythm so we can get with and turn around and get us a rock and roll round? Down, down, body, body, coming with the switch for hottie, let's go. So hell no, baby, can you move around the rhythm? Cause you know I'm living in the fast lane, speed up, it ain't no game, just turn up.
Also, for those listening, wondering who's playing right now, Caravan Palace. I'm just in a Caravan Palace spin right now. Bender? I'm in a Caravan Palace bender right now. They're just so fun. It's like jazzy music with some EDM influence. Oh, dude, it's just nice. It's like easy listening, but it's not, you know. It's just fun. So then this would be red. Then this little one would be orange. And this would be yellow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. We're in business, baby. We're doing it. I mean, I think we're doing it, you know? I don't really know. Am I doing it? I don't know anymore. We could be doing it. Seems like everything is just kind of going back and forth at this point. Like, look at this. Boop, 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 boop. Like, it's making a four-square going on right now. So, the four-square will just, like, slowly... I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't plan this enough. I don't know, man. I kind of want to look this up now after I get all this, like how to color code a three-dimensional plane on a two-dimensional plane. I guess this would be like a three-dimensional plane. I don't know, because there's Because you got two sides right here, you got two sides right here, then you got just one side right here. So you were dealing with like 2, 4, 5 separate things going on. Like when you get to this point, you got to decide which one's on top, you know. Technically, all those lines shouldn't be showing, I guess, if it's 3-dimensional. If it's 4-dimensional, though. 4 dimensions. Let's see. Oh, my music's getting copyrighted. Come on, let me play Caravan Palace. Okay, we'll go back to Stream Beats. Stream Beats. Help. Streamlabs. Okay. That should be good. Everything should be good now. Is that still that? Probably not. I don't know. We're gonna go with it. So I already didn't do this one, right? Because this one is the diagonal one that was already in the wall. And I started. I'm curious if this music is too loud, honestly. She's pretty quiet. Did you quiet, boy? Oh my lord. This pencil. I'm not good at sharpening pencils, guys. All my hooligans, help me. I can't sharpen a pencil. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the tool can. It sounded like I said toucan. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the toucan. I'm like bending this pencil right now. Ugh. My hands are sweaty. These lights are hot. Oh, just sharpen, man. Just do it. Just do the thing. This is your ASMR for the night. Sweaty man sharpening color pencils poorly. It's a great stream title. I bet a lot of people would watch it. Actually, I feel like more people, you know, I don't understand the YouTube algorithm. Maybe a lot of people would watch that. Who knows? I'm not gonna judge the YouTube algorithm, but I'm kind of judging the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so now that we're in this place, I'm so confused. So I think this would also be yellow. This is yellow right here. This, yeah, this is yellow. No, it's not yellow. So just red. I think that might just be red. I'm not gonna color it in yet. All right, so the next one's gonna be orange, and this cluster right here will technically have to all be like this entire row right here. This would just all be orange, right? No. So what's attached right here? This would be yellow. This would be yellow. So I'm gonna color in the yellow. I don't know if it's actually right, but you know. Yeah, I think this should be red. This is red right here. At least with whatever I'm doing, it makes the most sense. We're gonna do red. So yellow is right there. To get to this point, this has to be blue. This is blue right here. With the pattern that we're going with. This is blue. So yeah, let's just work backwards, you know? It's like a maze. Just work backwards from the maze and you'll find your way. So then this right here would have to be light blue, right? Maybe? No. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be blue. Maybe I did that wrong. No, it's supposed to be blue. That's blue. I did that right. Okay. So this would be light blue right here. This is light blue. I feel like this might be light blue as well though. And this might be light blue and this might be light blue. Like this whole line right here, right? If we're going on this technically one plane that we're kind of messing around with. It's just split up into different parts. We're just looking through. We're looking through the looking glass. This would just all be yellow. These are all yellow. I don't know. I'm not completely sure, but you know, this would also be light blue. No. Yes. No, that should just be normal blue. This is just normal blue. That's just blue. And this is purple. See, I see people are watching my madness, and I hope this is entertaining for you. You know, I hope this is what you were needing. You know, what you're needing in your life. So purple back to just normal blue. Right, normal blue. See, I feel like I fucked up. Sorry, curse words. I feel like I messed up. I feel like I did the thing that I wasn't supposed to do. I feel like I did a thing. Because I started doing this like crosshatch pattern. And I stopped that crosshatch pattern. Like that should have been light blue. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it. This would be yellow. No, that'd be yellow. And this would be orange. Ha. Ha, you almost got me. Heh. Okay. Cheers. I need a snack. Anybody like snacks? I love snacks. I dropped the lid, yeah. Mr. Kitty, you stopped laying here, bro. It's really taking the room like the stream feng shui. Am I using that word right? It's taking the ambience away from the stream, you know? Cat chilling next to man drawing stuff. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. Cheers. Oh, you heard me, Mr. Kitty, did you? Hello. Hello, sir. You see that? Yep, I definitely messed up because that was supposed to be orange right there, and this was supposed to be red. Because then it would have been better. You know, learning how to do this is kind of hard to do on without knowing what. Learning how to do this on the spot is interesting. I guess that's how everyone does it. When you're learning something, you are at that point learning it on the spot. Like, there's not a point when you're learning it at first where you're not learning it on the spot, you know? Like, that's just how you learn something. You just learn it on the spot. Just wanted to clarify that for myself and everybody. The obvious, you know? So, is there a way to fix that? Probably not. I don't think there's a way to fix that, because it should... Oh. Such beautiful mess ups, you know. It's okay though. It's alright. Okay. See, if I could go back in time, I feel like going along this plane with the back and forth, and then once I get to this point, following these lines. So if I were right here, it'd be like orange, red, orange, right? Orange, red, orange. This would be yellow, just this line. And then this is harder, but yeah, that'd be yellow, that'd be blue, that'd be dark blue. This square right here would be purple. Then that'd be dark blue, blue, yellow, red, orange, and so on. I would have done it like that, because then it would just start cascading like what I started doing right there. But then I messed up, you know. It's still crosshatch in a way. It's just a really weird like mismatch. Like, it doesn't exactly have a pretty pattern going on of just like different colors cascading down. But that's alright, man. It's cool. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. This red's really giving me issues. Doesn't want us to sharpened, you know? Look at my mess. Just look at my mess. I moved all this over here so Kitty had a place, but, you know, move my mess back just so you guys could see it, you know? Because I know this isn't going to trigger anybody. This isn't going to, like, just freak people out. Be nice. I know people have done it before, but like saving up pencil shavings like this, and then like making an art piece for something. I don't know what you. Oh, so now you come back, Mr. Sting. I move all the stuff back, and you're like, oh, this is the time to come up. Look at this, the audacity of this man. Who do you think you are? Yeah, sniff everything. Do it. Just who do you think you are, Mr. Kitty? Come on. Come on, Mr. Kitty. Just sit down, enjoy the show. Just relax. You're always so stressed out. You're always just looking for something to do. You know? Hey, hey. Please don't eat the pencil shavings. No. We're not gonna play that game. I can't imagine that like pencil shavings are like super poisonous. But the amount that it looked like you were about to shove in your mouth would probably not feel good with your stomach, you know? I used to get really nervous when my cat went under camera tripods and just by cameras. I'm sure there's a time where like he's gonna totally mess something up, but he's gotten like so good at just doing the cat evade thing. It still brings me great stress when he does it, but I don't get as scared as I used to. Cause like, yes, Mr. Kitty, go underneath expensive equipment with your potentially cautious tail, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ian, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, all of that should have been orange. I did it all wrong. Ugh.
Okay, so this one right here. Technically, this should just be orange because this is outside of the array, you know. The cat jumped and looked that way. Why do cats always do that? I have my headphones on, man. I can't hear anything. Go check it out. Oh, it's just upstairs, bro. Come on. Scaring me like that, Mr. Kitty. It's not very nice. You got such wide eyes, and you're just like, don't look behind you. There's nothing behind you, but I'm real scared of something behind you. Nothing at all. Hubba bubba hubba hubba. My hair won't stay up today. Anybody have that problem? Whoop! Whoop! Yeah. Okay, no, I did this right. Kind of. I mean, I messed up here, but this was kind of right from what I messed up on. This was right, because this is orange and this is yellow, and then this should be blue. Technically, this should have also been yellow. Oh, this is confusing, man. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, honestly. That should have been blue. This should have been yellow. This is blue. Oh! You know what? I'm glad I'm doing these streams because the compilation of these is just gonna be watching me go into madness of just figuring out. Like, I think I have this plan in my head. And I'm like, let's take on something I have no idea what to do, and then I just do it, and then it's gonna be me just laughing at myself for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Like, I'm already at an hour and 13 minutes. I wanted to get this done in 2 hours, and I'm like, you know, it's almost half. You know, like, okay, we're gonna get this done in 45 minutes. We're gonna be done by 4 a.m. Alright, we're gonna get done by 4 a.m. and it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna take a shower. I'm gonna take a shower because I've been up all day. This is the end of my day. You know, we're just gonna leave out the personal stuff. We're gonna get this done, and I'm gonna drink another shot of tequila here soon, and then we're gonna be good, and it's fine. We're fine. Why am I amping myself up so much? I'm trying to amp myself up so hard, you know? I don't need to go that hard, you know? It's fine. Like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's all great. It's gravy. Dude, we're so gravy. We're grave-tastic, you know? I'm turning into my New York family. If anyone has the New York family, it's like there's like specific phrases that people say from certain parts of the world. I swear the New York phrase, the upstate New York phrase is like you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of it, not especially not in my timbre voice. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of each sentence, I just say anything that like it could be common knowledge. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, I think a lot of people, especially back home, enjoy. Well, it's not even enjoy. It's just like it's nice to be like have people confirm that they heard you. And that's it. That's all it is. It's like confirm that you heard me. So wait. Yeah. Wait. Wait a second. I did this wrong too. Oh. I don't know how I'm doing this actually. Help. That's why it says help me draw. Oh, please help. Somebody help. Send help. I'm scared. Wait, this should have been just normal. Okay, eraser, a magic eraser, please give me another chance. I actually erases pretty well. It doesn't erase like super well, but it gives it enough like nothingness to where I can like try again, you know? My outside light turned on. Go away. Go away. The monster under your bed is here to gather up. See, I don't know what I was doing there. Because I thought I was fixing my problem, but I really, really, really wasn't. It doesn't look bad. It's definitely not what I wanted to do. This is why we make multiple art pieces, you know? This is the like practice piece. And that's okay. It's alright. We're just gonna do it. I don't know what to do here though. Like this is all wrong. I can't put the same color another time. This is wrong. Red. Orange. Blue. This should be purple. This should be purple right here. But this also should have been just red right here in general. This should have been just red. We're just gonna make this all blue. And just, you know, like, go with it. And then we're gonna just do blue here. Yeah, you know, that's fine. It's all fine. Is this purple? This is not my purple. This is my... Is this purple? This is black. There's my purple. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna accomplish this drawing. We're gonna put it on the wall. And we're gonna throw color pencils at least 20 more times tonight. Blue. And it goes to yellow. Where's yellow? Right there. I did that. I know I didn't do that wrong. That little square right there that can't even see, that's yellow. And then it's orange. And then it's red. Oh! It's red. What color red? Oh, it doesn't have a label. They probably put the label up here. And then you're just like, well, I used a sharpener, a pencil sharpener. Now I can't see it. It sounds like an intense song right now. If you're watching me and sleeping right now, don't let this song deter you. This is a happy song. Happy dreams. So I know a lot of, like, I personally listen to streams while I'm sleeping. Or I put on a stream before I fall asleep. Like I guess I don't put them on while I'm sleeping. But I fall asleep to streams. Ooh, that water drop though. Okay, you're gonna fall out? Dude, this red is just like, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it just doesn't want to just like chill and let me draw with it. It's making me very sad. Is my mic still coming through? Okay, my mic is still. Okay, so then we go back to orange. Yeah. Yeah, it's just supposed to be opposite. Orange, red, orange. Oh, poop. Okay, so back to orange, and then this is yellow. And now we're at the kaleidoscopic different plane. So like, how many lines coming through here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2. I think there's 3. I think there's 1, 2, 3. So we're just gonna. I think that's yellow. This is yellow. That's a yellow. This right here, I can't even go backwards from this honestly, because it's more of just like. So I think this would be orange. Just lightly color so I don't mess up. This would be red right here, even though it's like nothing. Cause pencil's breaking again. And we got yellow, potentially. We got blue. I think it would just go all the way through here. It'd just be like that. All of those boxes. And you got the dark blue. See, that doesn't work because there's a dark blue right there. Because I show her that's a dark blue, but it shouldn't be a dark blue. Because that should have been purple, that should have been purple, and that should have been purple. Poopy buttholes. Yeah, it was a bigger mess up than I thought it was gonna be. I think we just kinda gotta go with it. Like, I guess if I make that just purple, you know, just put a purple in there, just because that's what would make it symmetrical. And then blue would go right in here, and these squares, that square, and then And then light blue would be in here. And then start a yellow right there. If we did this, if we did yellow, and then we did orange right here, and then we did red. Dude, you're spilling cups, bro. No. Don't look alarmed like you didn't almost just spill stuff, bro. That's not very money. Not very money. It's not very nice of you. What's worse is I sarcastically say like it's not cash money, and I just said that nonchalantly. So when you say something sarcastically so many times that it just becomes part of your vocabulary, that's not cash money. That's not cash money. From a personal perspective, you do what you want, you know. We're taking one more shot. You done, Mr. Kitty? You don't take shots. I know. Not because you don't want them, because you probably would actually drink up liquor. But I'm not gonna let you. It's okay. It's alright, buddy. It's alright. Don't cry. It's alright. So, I'm drawing here. Could you please move? Oh, bro. No, thank you. Could you, like, here, I'll give you some room. You come over here. No. Come here. You just... Oh, bro, your fur probably has so many, so much pencil dust in it now. Gross, Mr. Ding. Okay, so we went back to orange. It's a lot of back and forth, actually. That was probably where I messed up. Dude, can someone go through this video and go just count how many times it was like, okay, and that's where I messed up. Like, assuming that I think I only messed up that many times, you know? Yeah, no, I messed up a lot. I messed up so much, Mr. Kitty. Like, I did have a mini kitty movie, but thank you. Alright, we're just gonna keep going, you know? And this drawing will be done, and it'll be done, you know? Just be done. There's no going back, Mr. Kitty. That's it. So my yellow, we go to blue, go to blur. You're making this really hard, sir. Oh, your breath really stinks. Oh my lord. Your breath super stinks, just so you know. Like, I know you can't do anything about it. That's on me. You know, your breath really stinks though. I don't know how I mess these things up, but I do, you know. I'm just not gonna think about it too hard. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get it over with. I'm gonna pull the band-aid off. You're stressing me out, painting, drawing. Ah! Why are you stressing me out so bad, painting? I keep calling it a painting, but it's really not. I have not touched paint for this entire time. And I know I called this mini streaming series Help Me Draw Something. But I really want to know what everyone else is drawing, whether it's now or in the future, you know? Again, I feel like a lot of people who are watching this, whether now or in the future, it's like I watch streams when I'm about to fall asleep, so I'm just like sleeping through the stream. And that's just me. I sit here streaming, talking to myself, expecting anybody to talk back, especially starting out, you know? Either way, thank you for watching. And again, I've messed up so much about what I wanted to do with this, and it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's definitely something is happening. Can't say I didn't do anything, you know. But this is why I say help me draw, because I honestly have no visual art skills. I am a sound engineer and a musician. Anything beyond that, and I'm kind of clueless, just a little bit. That's not what I want. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, blue, and then dark blue. And if I stopped talking to myself so much and my cat so much, I'd probably stay focused for this painting. Called it a painting again. Sweet. It's crunch time, man. We're gonna get it. We're getting it. We're doing the things. We're so doing the things. See the way. We're almost through the middle of this intense, moderate travesty, you know? Nope, nope. I'm confused. Cause this, no, I'm not. No, we're working in this realm.
Oh, I'm so confused.
I'm so confusion. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's that. This is red. Okay. No, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Just go in the box. It's a triangle. That is definitely a triangle. See, logically, if the colors were actually matching up with what I was trying to do, I feel like they'd be doing this. You know, like where the colors matched up along this line. I don't know what I was trying to do. It just looks like a mess. Oh no. It does not look like there was a plan to be seen in this artwork. Like it looks scary, honestly. It looks a little scary. I don't know how to draw within these lines, you know? Lines stay in between the lines, but what to put in the lines? Help. You know? Help. Please. Somebody send help. I'm just gonna color in stuff. You know, I'm just gonna do it. It's gonna look a little disorganized and a little scary. But it's kind of life. I'm not feeling the shenanigans anymore. I'm not feeling so excited anymore about this. I'm feeling a little discouraged. Just so everyone's aware. But we're gonna finish it. Sometimes the awesome part of the artwork is that you got through it, you know? You didn't just stop halfway through. You just finished it and you got done and you learned something, and that was the point. That was it. And that's okay. So that's the yellow. This is the blue. The blue. This is the other blue. This is the not blue, but the purple. Yes, yes, this is the purple. Yes. And then this is going to be the blue again. This is the blue right here. Because yes. No, this is the blue. Because this is the edge right here. This is the edge. And we're just gonna go with it. I know the blues are touching the blues, and I just don't really care anymore. That's just how it is. And why am I talking in this accent? This is what I do when I get stressed. I talk in accent that make me feel better. And I'm sure this is very not appropriate when I'm talking to anybody from actual country where this might be what this sounds like. Oh my god, they're red! Oh no. And destroy you, red. Red from a 70s show. How dare you? Ugh. Oh. This is not what I wanted. I literally had to grab it with my shirt because my hands are... These lights are LEDs, but they're so hot at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. These should not be heat lamps. Watch this. You guys want to see something sad? See something sad? Here's something sad. See that? Oh. Yeah, that's so sad. Is that like normal with colored pencils? Or am I just like aggressive? I'm probably just aggressive. I probably just need to like calm down a little bit. You know what would probably have made this easier is if I colored the colors starting this way and then worked my way in. And then worked across here, had my colors from this side, worked those in, had them all the way out to here, had them all the way out to here, worked those in, and then figured out the middle part. That is a tip for next time for myself. So if you're working, this pencil doesn't like me. I'm using a not great pencil sharpener for this. That's probably what I'm doing wrong. I'm about to give up with this red. There doesn't need to be any more red in this painting. You know what? I'm just going to start calling it a painting. I don't even care anymore. These are paintings. And it's not even... I just used plural tense. I just explained it like it's 2 paintings. It's not a painting, and there's not 2 of them. So, you know, I'm just losing my mind. We're gonna race. We're gonna race. So this is yellow. That was orange. Red, orange. Bye. Yellow, orange, red, orange. No, it's just how it's gonna be. We're just gonna stick with this. No more racing. Just go with it. Just do it. Power, power, power. Oh, I'm barely staying in the lines. That's how confident I am with this. Yeah, so confident. Confidence. We dance in that confidence, everybody. We dance in that confidence. So that was blue. We'll move on to the light blue. Yellow. And orange. I don't know what that looks like. I think it's just all that. Is it all that? Yeah. Yeah. Just all that. And then red. And then it's orange again. And then it's yellow. And it's a blue. And this darker blue. How dare you join the red colored pencil team? That's very rude of you to break like that when we're so close. We're so close. I feel like I'm timing myself because it's almost 4 in the morning and I should probably sleep because, you know, gotta do things in the morning. Not the morning, but the early afternoon. If I had to be up before noon right now, ooh. For one, I mean, that'd just be terrible on my part about sleep. You know, sleep's important. Because I look like I get so much sleep, you know? Totally get so much sleep. I get so much sleep, you know? Blur. Maybe I just don't like the pattern that I did, you know? I mean, I know I messed up a lot along the way of how I would have liked to do it in retrospect, but I don't think I like the actual pattern that I did, like how I went light blue, blue, purple, then back to the dark blue, you know? Like, in retrospect, I think it would have been better to just not go back to that color, just like start at the other side of the spectrum, like not make it look like it's blending, just go from purple back to red, purple, red, orange, yellow. Yeah, it would have been, I feel like it would have worked out a little bit better, or I would have liked it a little bit better, but that's all right. So we got blue, no, it's yellow, this is yellow, wait, yeah, this doesn't make a lot of sense. None of this makes a lot of sense anymore, you know. Just kind of doing things. So it's supposed to be red. Oh, I'll just get into that. Just getting into it, man. To get out of that was just, I knew it was gonna be confusing, but I was trying to like hype myself up to like understand it, and I didn't do a very great job. This purple doesn't go down as thick as the other colors. Like, it has a lot of just open space, you know. I try to color this weird spectrum thing going on, you know. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but it's probably, you gotta like draw the lines just a bit bigger. Like how small I made all of this craziness, it's already hard enough to understand it without ever doing it before, but now I'm like, yeah, it's just, I made it harder on myself for no reason. It wasn't very nice to myself, you know. So this should be orange. This is orange. This is where I messed up last time at the very beginning. Over here. At the very beginning of this debacle. Debacle. I'm assuming I got the whole pattern completely different now. What do I do with that? What is that? So is it rotating that way, or is it rotating this way? Or is it just a completely different color pattern, you know? Like if you were to look at a black hole at what point, like what where would each color lie? You know, if you saw a rainbow in a black hole, like how would those colors actually lie? And you know, they're kind of lying to me. You know, like they're not just like laying down and like chilling and being there. They're lying to me. Everything's lying to me right now. It's a really slow song. Changing it. Doing it. Changing it. The color of happiness. He will keep it on the color of happiness. Color of happiness is drawing. Or in my words, all night painting. This is painting, right? I'm painting right now. I believe that. Words are just words, right? Back to blue. Oh, I'm so close to being just done. Not like emotionally, but just like physically. Like look at this. I am so close to being done. Obviously, there's a lot more I could do to this, but tonight, that's not happening because it's already been almost 2 hours. And I need to go to bed. Yellow, blur, dark blur. This is actually just normal blue. What is this called? What are you called? You're called turquoise, and this is blue. So turquoise and blue. Oh, there's like under 10 squares left or something like that. This is nuts. That's orange. No. That's, yeah. That's orange. See, this side turned out kind of how I was thinking, you know? This side is kind of jumbled. This side is kind of symmetrical. Maybe that's the name of the piece, you know, like something that has to do with that, you know, something along those lines. Lo and behold, those are more of my favorite colors than anything over here. These are, I love purple. Purple is my favorite. This is the correct way to look at it. You know, I don't hate it. I don't completely hate it, but you know, let me know what you guys think, whether it's now or in the future. I'm gonna say in the future. I feel like the people watching me right now are sleeping, and that's okay. We got that jazzy lo-fi Harris Heller Streamlabs music, killing it. By the way, Harris Heller. Did I say his name? I said his name right. I'm not even gonna look. I'm confident. I'm bad with names, but I'm confident about this one. You know, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna start streaming. You know, what are the days I'm doing? I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Have it written down somewhere, and I'll make it known to social media and everything like that. I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I'm gonna be releasing videos coming the fall on the weekends. I'm gonna try to release 3 videos a week. And yeah, we're just gonna get back into the flow of things. Summertime wrecks my schedule on YouTube, and I'm trying to get a bit more consistent with that. So thank you all for coming. And I'm gonna try to do some sort of art like this. I've been liking drawing. I'm not good at it, but you know, it's kind of easier to do on stream than a lot of other things. A lot of other things take a lot of prep work, and this is just kind of like do it. You know, when I'm thinking of prep work, I'm thinking of like music stuff. To do music stuff, there's just a lot to set up. This is just like grab a piece of paper, grab some crayons. Dude, I can't even like say what I'm working on. Colored pencils, to grab colored pencils or anything like that. But I'll stop rambling like I'm doing. You know, thank anybody who cares to watch this type of stuff. I'm gonna make a time lapse of what I did today. 2 hours, cut down to like 2 minutes. We'll see how that goes. But thank you for showing up, and I'll see y'all next time. All the people who enjoyed tonight, I hope to see you at the next one, or the next one, or the next one, or even if you're watching me 10 years in the future, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed seeing the journey. I'm excited what the journey is bringing. I know he's excited. Look how excited he is right now. Hey Sylvester, you have anything to say, buddy? Anything to say? Just soft blinks. Everybody soft blink to you. Soft blink. All the love. Have a beautiful night. Thank you.